Well, howdy there, Star Wars fans out there. And it's your favorite Star Wars little geeky penguin named What About Bob? And we're here to do a watch party and watch the new series Ahsoka that is should be releasing in the next few minutes. I gotta double check. Yep, there's the episodes. Okay, they're up there now. I'm going to wait for a little bit here before I get started on the first one. The way this is going to work is I'm going to uh, start watching the episode on Disney Plus. You won't be able to hear it or see it. You can only watch along if you got access to it yourself. But then I'm going to start a timer so you can kind of see right down there in the left hand corner there of the screen that you can see where I'm actually at in the episode. And then hopefully, maybe after the first episode, we'll pause for a little bit, maybe talk about the first episode some, and then watch the second one. So the first one's about an hour, and the second one looks like it says it's 44 minutes. Of course, that's not including the time for like not commercials, but credits and stuff and intros. So, okay, I've got it paused up and I'm ready to start this puppy. Let me pull up my timer controls. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and start watching it. So here goes. The evil galactic empire has fallen, and a new republic has risen to take its place. However, sinister agents are already at work to undermine the fragile peace. I can at least read this first part here. A plot is underway to find the lost Admiral Grand Admiral Thrawn and bring him out of exile. Once presumed death, rumors are spreading of Thrawn's return, which was galvanized the Empire. Yeah. Former Jedi Ahsoka Tano captured one of Thrawn's allies, learned of a secret map, which is vital to enemy plans. Ahsoka now searches for a map. Morgan Elsbeth is transported to the new trial. And according to the trailer, this is supposed to be based off of the Heir to the Empire series, which I've been revisiting. Jedi. Oh no, not Jedi. Oh snap! Lightsabers already, baby. Morgan Elsbeth. They just broke her out. Oh snap! Their name dropping Ahsoka Tano. cool. She did the dual lightsaber, kind of hole in the floor thing. Huh. Ah, lining things up. Ooh, glowy thing. Nice and shiny. And a block that looks like from Fifth Element. Ooh, crumbly. Really crumbly. Uh-oh. Three joy, three droids with nice shiny sticks. No problem for Tano. She fought in the Clone Wars against clankers. Whoa, more than three. Wow. Nice and hacky slashy. Egads, Batman. Nice explosions, though. And that's David Tennant. Ooh, nice, pretty X-wings. Ooh, battle damage. More X-wings, yes. I love the X-wings. Oh joy. Zendula lost a prisoner. Aha! A map to Thrawn. Dun dun dun. Yep. Yep. It's definitely picking up after Rebels. Ah, oh, let me guess. Uh huh. This part's in the trailer. The Bean Rin. Or Ezra. Ah, the Bean Rin. going faster. No, she's just doing what's in the trailer. Oh, a Lothal cat. Oh, there's her helmet. Ooh, nice and shiny stuff. Metal disc. It's Ezra Bridger in hologram form. Night Sisters of Dathomir. Really? Name dropping? Ah, they're going to Lothal. I'm guessing that's where Sabine is. just like in the trailer, Sabine, I guess, is a Padawan. Funny how she never was during Rebels. Not that I remember. Oh well. Governor Azadi. That's actually the same person who voiced him in the series. Hey, RPG. Cool. I'm about 31 minutes into the first episode of Ahsoka. All right, see you later. So it seems like a lot of parts are from trailer. Map stays here. Great. So they're Jedi. Haven Skull. Yep. And she's up and gone. Well, Thought Cat doesn't like it. Well, no. Yep. And they just referenced Anakin. Yeah. Yep. He did. Ooh, coffee. I think it's coffee. Intergalactic space coffee. That's the same symbol. It's a twisty puzzle. It's going to open up here in a second. I can feel it. Yep, now it's glowing. There it is. Yep. And there's the whole plot. Whoa. Nice shooty droids are back. Uh-oh, they took it. She's getting out her lightsaber. I didn't know she had a lightsaber. I know she had the dark saber at one point. Well, her blade's kind of orange, not really red per se. I don't think she's a Sith, but maybe a dark Jedi that's fighting against Sabine. Don't worry, Sabine, Ahsoka's coming. Well, that was unexpected. was nice for our friend Ray. Rip Ray Stevenson. Okay, I just got done with the first episode. Okay, sorry about that. I had to. I had to look at something real quick. Okay. Let me see here. Okay. Going to watch the second one here in a minute. Then we'll discuss it as well. But I first want to discuss the first episode. Just some of the things I saw in it. And let's see here. Okay, that right there, that's the captain of the ship that just got died. That died when these dark Jedi, it looks like, have boarded. There's Ray Stevenson's character, Balin Skull. I don't know who this is. This is his apprentice, apparently. Uh, so they came in here on this ship to break free Morgan Elsbeth. She used to work with Thrawn in the Rebels series, I do believe, but I didn't know that she was a sister of Dathomir. That's new. So I wonder if maybe I don't. Well, either that or I'm not remembering it correctly. That could be as well. Just like I don't remember Sabine Wren ever being a Jedi or a Padawan, but apparently she is now. She's been made one. Um, so this is the chamber where Ahsoka finds the little thing. I kind of like the part of the checking out the puzzles and figuring out how to uh, open up the puzzle that she's come across. That kind of reminds me of uh, some of the wall carvings we used to see in Star Wars Rebels, like on Lothal and so forth. That Ezra was always playing with. And there's the map, or basically the MacGuffin thing that they got to do. Uh, and of course, she winds up getting into a fight with all these droids. They're coming after the star map, obviously. Um, ooh, there's a nice shot of X-wing. Oh no, where's the X-wings? I like me some good X-wings, baby. X-wings are in this. Yes. Then of course she comes back to Hera. And they talk about the Jedi, and then they go and proceed to try to identify them by the lightsaber hilts. This guy right here, Governor. Oh no, it moved away from him. This guy right here, he's Governor Hayden, I think it is. He was actually the same. I forget the actor's name, but he's the same one that actually voiced his character in Star Wars Rebels. I remember that because I recognized the voice. This is back. This is on Lothal. As you can tell, the pictures back there. There's a nice kind of homage picture to. Let's see, where's it at? That's him right there. That's the governor. Go ahead, 10 seconds. No, back up. Must have missed it. I'm trying to figure out where it's at. There, a nice little picture, a mural right there in the background. Like the Lothal wolves, as well as there's Zeb, there's Kanan, there's Hera, there's Sabine. This guy's in the way, but right behind him should be Ezra. If I can get a clear picture of it. They showed it, but I don't remember where it's at. Or if I can spot it. No. All right, I'm just gonna go on anyway. Anyway, I think it's kind of interesting that had that. Here's a hologram of Ezra Bridger, who is out there lost at the end of Star Wars Rebels. He was lost with Thrawn on his ship. He made the sacrifice. We don't know the status of Ezra. This is obviously a holo recording. We don't know if Thrawn and Ezra, either one, are alive. I assume they are because that's why we got this star map that supposedly has the location of where they are, which is kind of odd because there was no really indication in Star Wars Rebels, to my knowledge, of where they went, other than just maybe this is a speculation. I think it's just a MacGuffin for them to be able to push the plot forward. And we'll see a little bit more in the episode 2. We watch it here in a minute. Uh, there's Sabine. There's Ahsoka. This is Huang, the droid that is voiced by David Tennant. I do like that there was a little nod here to this bunk down here and all the drawings. Those were all drawn, I do believe, by Ezra. There's like Chopper, there's some Lothal cats, so forth. I thought that was kind of cool. Not sure what that is, or maybe a rock formation that's on Lothal. And there is Sabine and Ahsoka talking about the star map. And then, of course, Sabine was asked not to run off with it, but she did anyway. So supposedly go and think. And this is her working on the actual map to try to figure out the key to open up the ball so she can get access to the map. And then she figures it out. And then supposedly it opens up and it shows the location where Grand Admiral Thrawn is. Because this is from Morgan Elsbeth's uh, star map, I believe. And she supposedly knows where Thrawn is or where she thinks Thrawn is. And of course, Ezra may be there as well. Obviously, Ahsoka and Sabine, they want to find Ezra, but they also want to find Thrawn and stop him if he's still around as well, which obviously I think he is because he's in the cast as Lars Mikkelsen who plays him. That's the blue face dude. And Thrawn's a real good strategist. He's the bad guy, the evil guy. So they're basically, this right here sets up the whole MacGuffin for the whole series, I honestly believe.
Mystery MacGuffin, we're going on a hunt.
Yep, we're going on a hunt. We're hunting for Thrawn and Ezra Bridger. And pretty much the episode ends with Balin's apprentice attacking. Trying to get a picture of their lightsabers. See, her lightsaber does not look completely red to me. It looks kind of orange. And if that's the case, it makes me think they are not Sith, but Dark Jedi. And the difference between those, Dark Jedi is someone that has studied the Jedi ways, but is no longer really a Jedi. They, however, have not embraced the dark side. They just they haven't become a Sith. See, like Anakin, when he became Darth Vader, he actually switched from being a Dark Jedi to a Sith. He actually embraced the Sith teachings and become Palpatine's apprentice and learn the ways of the dark side. To where in this case, it's obvious they talk about how Huyang found Balin Skull's lightsaber hilt in the catalogs, the Jedi Council, and that basically determined that he was a Jedi, as well as this must be his apprentice. But obviously, there's really no Jedi Order anymore. This is when Luke is out there somewhere. Uh, this is after the events of Return of the Jedi, like 5-6 years after that. Obviously, it takes place during the same time that toward the end of Star Wars Rebels does. Uh, but so I don't think she's truly a Sith. Plus, not to mention her eyes aren't necessarily yellow or red or glowing, but she's clearly not a Jedi. She's like a dark Jedi. And then that's the end of it right there. All right, so let's I need to change the title here to episode 2. And I'm going to start watching that. Okay, let me start up my script here so I can start my timer. Okay, Disney is having a problem apparently with their second episode. I'm getting an error message. It says that they're experiencing very high uh, connection speeds. Probably because of the mass amount of people that are watching it. So, give it a few minutes here. And if we can't watch it, I'll just end the stream. Let's see here. Oh, still having a problem. I wonder if anybody else is having that problem watching the second or even the first episode of Ahsoka. I was able to watch the first episode just fine, but now when I go click on the second episode, I get an error message saying that they're experiencing high content volume. Oh, there it goes. Okay. I'm going to start watching it. We start getting ready to start episode 2 of Ahsoka. And obviously, once again, just a reminder, I can't actually show this. It's against their DCMA copyright laws and stuff. So hopefully you're following along with me, but I will start a timer when I'm playing, when I started watching episode 2 so you can follow along. And then we'll watch it and then we'll talk about it like we just got through talking about episode 1. So here we go. I'm going to watch it and be quiet now. Oh, yeah. Sabine got stabbed at the end of episode 1. Forgot about that. Balin's apprentice stabbed her with the lightsaber. I just got to watching the recap. Now I'm into the actual episode itself, the intro. Ahsoka's using her force powers. Listening to Bean thoughts, apparently. Yep, they did. They took the map. Wonderful. Super terrific. She unlocked it. Now they got an unlocked map. Ha, ha. The MacGuffin got destroyed. Yeah, you didn't listen. Was that the Jedi Temple ruins or something of some sort? Weird looking Stonehenge. Ooh, put the nice shiny ball on the pedestal. Reflex point on Cetos. What is that? Hey, Omar. It's out right now, actually. The first two episodes released at 9 o'clock p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I'm watching the second one right now, and then we'll talk about it afterwards. I am about 6 minutes into the second episode. They're out on Disney Plus right now. Ooh, nice big tower. And there's the Lothal cat again. Ahsoka, just turn on the Ezra. Ooh, somebody's behind it. Oh, droid! Good job, Ahsoka. She was looking at the Ezra hologram. And the Lothal cat let her know a droid was there. Well, there you go. Yep. Just feels weird hearing the 10th Doctor coming out of that robot, David Tennant. Uh oh. The droid head's getting hot. It's going to explode. I like explosions. Well, that was anticlimactic. Didn't it go explode? Aurelia. One would think. That's because you didn't listen. Okay. Big shiny galaxy. It's a big giant holographic map. So it's MacGuffin time. Where Animalthron was banished. I didn't know he was banished. I have Scion. Yeah, I have Sauron. Power. Yeah, Jedi's don't talk about power. Chopper. Chopper's in this. Ah, interesting. Symbolism's not lost on me. We'll talk about it here in a minute. No, she's not. You don't want to listen. Yeah, ooh, got a scar where the lightsaber wound is. Yep, your lightsaber. Yeah, there you go. Past is the past. Move forward. Yep, not much you can do about it. It just sounds weird hearing David Tennant's voice. What time you're wasting? Pacified. Huh. Things are hinky. For the Empire. Yeah. Some people still loyal. There goes Ahsoka. And here we go. This is from the trailer too. Yeah, they're not going to return to port. Of course not. Now they're firing on her. Chopper. I do like Chopper though. Bob and weave, Hera. Bob and weave. Chopper wants to shoot it down. Okay. I don't know if that's supposed to be an Inquisitor or an assassin droid. Putting the tracker on. Chopper. More MacGuffins. Ah, Sabine's getting out her Mandalorian armor. Yeah. Now she's ready. there's that mural again. The Bean's looking at Ezra, I'm guessing. Yeah, that's right. This is just like the scene at the end of Rebels. Deneb system on the planet Cetos. Padawan. Meanwhile, a big old honking hyperdrive. And that's it. Okay. Let's do this. Okay. I'm done with episode 2 and talk a few things about this. Let's see here. After Ahsoka checks on Sabine in the hospital, they talk about things. Then we cut to these people right here. which is uh, Balin Skull, his apprentice. And then also they have the map right there that they took from Sabine, and they put it on this pedestal thingy. Eventually, uh, Morgan Elsbeth shows up. And makes the map glowy and awful big. And obviously you can tell those are CGI graphics. I do like him. He seems to be pretty good in this. Not so sure about her. I don't even know who she's supposed to be playing, other than I know that she's his apprentice. Uh, I cannot stand the actress. Well, I don't know if it's the actress or she's just not. In my opinion, she's not just that good. Maybe she'll get better. But the actress who's playing Morgan Elsbeth, I don't know. She just doesn't feel right for the part. Nothing personal against her. Just wondering why she feels like so. I don't know, space Karen maybe. What it feels like. Uh, and of course, this is the part before that when that's with Hera. Where Sabine's figured out how to get inside the destroyed droid that Ahsoka destroyed and had a little bit of power to it, and it's almost blowing up. As you can tell, that's the heat monitor right there. Uh, it just feels weird to me to hear David Tennant's voice come out of Huyang there, because that's who the voice is, the 10th Doctor. That's who I think of him as, Doctor Who. Who? And then that's supposedly the lightsaber Ezra made for and eventually gave it to Sabine. Then Sabine, I guess, modified it herself. Uh, I found this interesting too. This guy right here. Switch back to it. Come on. Playing the part of a weasel administrator on Corellia, the ships. He was actually in. Wish he'd turn around and see the front of him. Of course not. Nothing but just back shots of him. There he is. He used to play on the show called House. And I didn't really like him there either. But he definitely fits the bill here as playing like a loyal, deceitful imperial loyalist that's running the Corellia construction ships. You can tell by the interaction he had with Hera and Ahsoka that he's just a tad bit shady, baby. And there's the big honking hyperdrive they stole. I do like. Oh, I want to point this out real quick too. I could tell. It looks like to me they are using sets in addition to the volume, because obviously that picture in the background is probably the volume, big giant screen. But to be honest with you, it looks pretty good, I think. I really like the practical effects where they got actually sets and props and things and so forth, and not so much of the CGI. Maybe they learned a thing or two from when they made the oh, I can't remember the name of the series. The one that was the series that was like uh yeah, It's the most Star Wars series we've seen so far at this point, but it wasn't really all that great and nobody was watching. And apparently it's not forgettable because this little penguin can't even remember the name of it. Okay. Well, anyway, uh, either way, that show used sets and practical effects with some of this because like some of this looks like I don't know if that's CGI or if that's actually like a model. Because I do know that that's the way they used to make Star Wars. They actually have scale models and film ships going on like wires and so forth, like they did in the very beginning of the Mandalorian. But this guy right here, I don't know if he is a a interdictor, a droid, or if he is a because there's a droid right there, and I don't know if he's supposed to be like a Sith, uh, Eradicator. I forget what they're called. Nevertheless, the ones that actually go in and are hunting down the Jedi. Either way, they are both working with Balin and his apprentice up in there, who are ultimately working for Morgan Elsbeth. Because we can see right here in the end of it that there's Balin right there. There's the guy we've just seen with the double hilted red sword, the Inquisitor. That's what they're called. Yeah, Sith Inquisitors. But then also Balin's apprentice, and there's Morgan's Elsbeth at her ship that she is apparently installing the last big hyperdrive that they just stole from the Corellia shipyards, and it's so they can go chase yet another MacGuffin, and go down and try to find Grand Admiral Thrawn in the galaxy. And then I do like. There's some parts of this show I do like. It feels like it has slow pacing, but I do feel like maybe since it's the first two episodes, it is just building up a little bit, I guess. But right here, let's see here. That's the mural that I was talking about earlier. That was in episode 1. As you can tell, there's Hera, there's Kanan, there's a Lothal cat, and that's Ezra Bridger. This is obviously they've made it into a real thing uh, from the animated Star Wars Rebels series, which I did sort of like that series. It wasn't bad. Not as good, in my opinion, as Clone Wars was, but I did like that we got a continuation of what happened after Clone Wars. Uh, and this scene right here with Sabine standing here, and then the ship and Ahsoka standing right there waiting on the platform. This is actually what we saw at the end of Star Wars Rebels, where they were going to go out and try to find Ezra, because Ezra and Thrawn were together on the ship, and Ezra bought time for everybody else to escape when Ezra sacrificed himself. So we don't know if Ezra and Thrawn are both even alive. Obviously, I think they are because they've been casted, but they also could be just, like they're doing with Aiden, with Anakin, with Hayden Christensen, that they're going to just do flashbacks probably. I don't know if we'll actually see Darth Vader in this or not. That'd be kind of cool again if we saw him. It's very possible because we're kind of in new realm here. We don't know what this story is going to plan out to be. I mean, they claim in the trailer that they mentioned the word "the heir to the empire," which was the Timothy Zahn book, which I'm revisiting because I don't remember a whole lot about it. All I know is that story is dealing with Grand Admiral Thrawn, but it's also dealing with Han, Luke, and Leia, and obviously Han, Luke, and Leia are not in this at all. So I don't know how this is actually going to be played out. It's obviously got to be a loose adaptation, if even that at all, other than maybe it's just loosely based on the heir of the Empire only because Thrawn's in it. I don't know. Nevertheless, maybe the first two episodes we saw here were all just the events that we missed in Rebels leading up to the very end scene in Rebels, where Sabine and Ahsoka go off to try to find Ezra. I'm guessing maybe that's what this was, which I'm fine with. But I'm curious to see what happens next week in episode 3. And I think I'm going to call it there. Basically, if I get enough response to this, because I'm also going to make a couple of videos of this, then I will plan on maybe doing another watch party next week. Same bat time, same bat channel. But I don't know yet. I'll decide then. But I do think it's slow paced. I I'll be honest with you. Overall, with the first two episodes, like I said, it did feel like it had slow pacing. I didn't hate it, but do I think it's the greatest thing since Star Wars OG trilogy? No. It is definitely, in my opinion, not that good. Is it on the same level as like maybe the second season of Mandalorian? Eh, the jury's still out on it. It's not bad. But one thing I did notice that it seems like there's a lot more females in this, and I'm okay with that if it's a good story, if it's an actually true Star Wars story. But if they start pushing their agenda or something again, I don't know if I'm going to like it or not, because I'm just tired of that. Uh, which one thing that they did mention in here that was kind of interesting, I thought. Uh, where's it at? I just remembered. I wanted to bring it up. Um, Trying to remember what it was. See, that right there is what concerns me. The fact that a lot of this, I just got through watching it, and a lot of it's not memorable. It doesn't stand out to me. Not like Star Wars does. Star Wars, like the OG trilogy and even the prequels, they kind of stick to your bones, baby. You don't forget a lot of the details because it just kind of grips you, sucks you in. Just like even rereading the Timothy Zahn book, Heir to the Empire, it sticks with your bones because it's just gripping. It's a moving story. Uh, this just seemed to be kind of setting the pace and setting the foreshadowing to maybe the third episode, and maybe the third episode will pick up uh, after this. I don't know. It will be interesting whether or not it changes tone and moves the needle forward or not. Uh, Trying to remember what was I was going to share. This is where Sabine tells Ahsoka she's ready to be trained again, I guess. There was some kind of discussion. Wasn't there? Maybe it was a discussion between David Tennant's character and Sabine. I do know that he kind of like waylaid into her, letting her know she ain't all that in a slice of fries. So that's kind of good in a way. It means she's got a redemption arc. She's got to prove herself to Ahsoka, or at least prove herself to herself, I guess. Which that's not as interesting as proving herself to her master, Ahsoka. That she is worthy to be a Jedi, to be trained. Uh, and that she isn't the end all, which is pretty much what Disney Lucasfilm has been pushing all this time. It's just how good all these female characters and stuff are, or any characters that they have. And that goes back to that politics and agenda that they're pushing, which I don't agree with. Because all I really want, I just want a good Star Wars story, one that has uh, good props and sets and literally immerses you into the actual story and the action, and you get sucked in, and it just becomes a part of you that you can't stop thinking about it. This has already kind of been forgettable to me a little bit. But like I said, then maybe this was also just a explaining of the parts in leading up to the very last episode in Star Wars Rebels. That's what it feels like it is. Uh, Either way, I can't remember what I was going to discuss, but that's fine. I did like Chopper. It was nice to see Chopper in this. Oh, that ain't Chopper. That's Hera chasing after. There's a big old hopping hyperdrive that they're stealing. Where's Chopper at? Come on. Also, back here, I thought for sure if those two weren't standing there, those droids or Inquisitor wasn't standing there, that she would have used the Force to try to break the hyperdrive back. There's a Lothal cat. Come on, show me. Oh, there's Chopper. Nope, that ain't Chopper. I must be on the wrong. There we go. Nope, that ain't it. There he is. It was good to see Chopper again because I loved Chopper at the Star Wars Rebels show. He was hilarious at times. Cantankerous and obstinate, difficult, did his own thing. Kind of reminds me of my all-time favorite Star Wars character, R2-D2. R2 is my favorite. He's always been my favorite. But Chopper is pretty good. I like Chopper. Can't go wrong with a good droid in this story. And I think that's all I wanted to share here about this. Yeah, I'm not a big fan. I like him. I'm not a big fan of her. Maybe it just feels like this actress, I don't even know who that is, playing Morgan to Elsbeth is not the right fit. I don't know. Maybe she'll get better as the series goes on. Because I know we got like several more episodes to watch of this. But right now, she doesn't do it for me. But then again, it is still Disney Star Wars and not what I consider to be real Star Wars. Either way, let's okay, so just to kind of sum things up, I sort of liked the episodes. They weren't bad. Are they the greatest thing in Star Wars that I've seen? No. Like I said, they had some really slow pacing. I did like the aesthetics, which it looked like to me they used a lot more sets and actual real tangible props and not just like standing in sand around the volume. You know what I mean? It's obvious to me, I could tell a couple places they did use the volume, but it was more to enhance the sets they're using. So it makes it feel like it's more lived in. So I did like that. I mean, because it feels like she's standing in an actual ship. The holograms still look like Star Wars holograms, like they should. And so, and it's not surprising to a certain extent because some of this is from Jon Favreau and Dave Filoni, I know, and they learned under Lucas on how to do things. But it still has some influence, in my opinion. It feels like right now it does, of the Force being female and good old Potato Kennedy. But I'm hoping maybe that's something that, as we get further on in the series, isn't going to be the case anymore. Maybe they turned it around. Maybe halfway in this series, things go a different direction. It would be curious to me to see how much of the Heir of the Empire by Timothy Zahn they actually try to adapt to this story, which I'm not sure how that works, since the story with Timothy Zahn's book is with Han, Luke, and Leia, and Lando, and Chewie, uh, and not really. Well, none of the characters in this, with the exception of maybe Thrawn, are in that book. Of course, that's also before Dave Filoni even thought up some of these characters, like Ahsoka and so forth. And overall, I do like Ahsoka. I do like Rosario Dawson. To me, she does portray the feel of the animated version of Ahsoka. Just the only thing that kind of still throws me off is I got used to Ashley's voice, Ashley Eckstein, who voiced Ahsoka in the animated Clone Wars and Rebels series. Not that Rosario sounds different, but it's obviously you can tell it's Rosario's voice because it's Rosario speaking. And I like her predominantly as an actress. She's good. I liked her in the Daredevil series, the Netflix Daredevil series, and also Iron Fist, and even Luke Cage and things like that. She was in like all three of those. I liked her character in that. So I do like her, and I like the fact that she does. I saw something to where she was talking about how she feels like that she wants to add the physicality that so much Ahsoka is about, which Ahsoka is. If you've seen the Clone Wars and the Rebels series, she moves all over the place. She's lightning fast, jumping here and there, slicing and dicing with the two lightsabers, and really kind of cool. And I'm glad to see that from the on time screen time that I've seen live action with Rosario Dawson playing Ahsoka, that she's tried to do some of that as well. I'm wondering if they're like moving her around in harnesses and things like that. It's obvious they've taught her that she's gone through some training like most of the Jedi's do. Actors that play Jedi's in this and so forth, they learn a little bit of stuff. So it's kind of cool. Overall, not bad. Not absolutely the best, but we'll see how the series goes on. And I think I'm going to call it a night here, and we will plan on tomorrow. I'm live streaming around 2:00 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, continuing on with the rewatch commentary of Film Threats Critic Support. That's Chris Gore's Star Wars on Trial, where he put Disney, Lucasfilm, Star Wars on trial for murdering the Star Wars IP. So we're going to watch that and discuss it and so forth. And that's at 2:00 tomorrow, Eastern Standard Time, for about a couple hours. And hopefully we'll maybe stream, maybe do a watch party next week as well around this time when the next episode releases. And hopefully the Ahsoka series will be good. Either way, I am the geeky little Star Wars penguin named What About Bob, and I am gonna go grab me some fish. So may the fish be with you, and we'll catch you later, peeps.